entrance. And Stevie's approach says, all right, I brought some friends with me here. I got 3 more. Your sponsor? That would be Spartacus. I've got full sponsorship. They're here for their first 24, but I think they're going to make friends fast. Well, that is reasonable. So, can I scan your electu? Of course, whatever you need. And he pulls up his sleeve, and they hold up a scanner to the inside of his forearm that's facing towards his body. As they flash it, you see lettering in the same kind of strange Tau script that you had seen on his screen as he had come down inside the ship. And this security officer says, you can continue into the place. Continue. Enjoy Fontes. All right, thank you. Good luck to everybody else. Come on in. Morgan, you are next in line.
Great.
You approach the front.
Morgan approaches the front, and this whole thing is very overwhelming to her. I think it's like the static electricity as they came through the field has not left her skin. This is such a foreign situation for her on the whole. It almost feels like dealing with being in the Drukhari or having been in the Drukhari world felt a little closer to the Imperium than this does, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Trees are in the distance. They don't have trees actively inside this village area, so they've carved out a space for this, so there's nothing overhead as this is happening. And as you approach the security officer, you realize they are the same height as you. Tau seem to be slightly shorter than the human norm that you have dealt with, even amongst combat troops. So, armored from the neck down, staring at you with intense, focused, but warm-ish eyes, this Tau looks at you and says, welcome to Fontes. You can call me Shasui Jimmy.
Shasui Jimmy. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. Shasui, if you are unfamiliar with the Tau, is a rank. Sha meaning I am of the fire caste. Sui meaning I am a veteran. The equivalent in human military terms might be sergeant. I have a more fanciful town name, but we've discovered that that is a struggle for the Guavesa, so we tried to choose something that would be applicable and pleasant for you. Jimmy.
Nice to meet you, Jimmy.
I understand you are interested in staying at Fontes.
Yes, the 3 of us are, very much so.
And your names are?
I am Sister Eunice.
Oh, I'm sorry, just a moment. And he snaps his middle finger of his 3 and his thumb, and a drone hovers over and starts recording the conversation just over his shoulder.
Great. I am Sister Eunice, and I am here with Brother Fortis and Brother Sanctus, who is the lead Holy Mission Ministorum Minister with us.
And that is Holy Mission Ministorum Minister.
That's correct.
And what is your interest in Fontes today?
We would love to speak to these people. We bring the light of the Emperor to everyone and wish to impart this wisdom and listen to the people here.
Interesting. We've generally found that those willing to speak about the light of the Emperor tend not to be interested in listening. This is somewhat progressive. I am impressed by the sounds of this Holy Mission Ministorum Minister. I hope that we can change you and help you find the Taufa as well as the light of the Emperor.
We are hoping to be able to trade our thoughts and ideas with one another.
And we will be changed by that exchange, of course. If you could all please set your weapons and technology on the conveyor belt, we'd like to be sure that everything is safe for both you and for those of the Tau who are in this enclave.
Understood. Morgan doesn't have an option here. They have a lot of big guns, so everything goes on the conveyor belt.
Damien doesn't care. Last pistol's out. He doesn't give a shit. He's firing up.
Damien's in his dream space.
imagining
Kill all the Xenos.
Great, everything gets laid out. They do a quick scan of all of the different technology that has been laid out before them. Yes, that would be acceptable. It's amazing how fast this is happening. They take a wand out and just run it over everything, and it's done. And you see behind them drones are in place, opening up to screens that have detailed readouts of everything, the carbonate makeup, the source, the weapon model. If it is something that you had taken from somewhere else, like the last pistols, both have serial models that trade them back to other parts of the system. Thankfully, Klotz is very good at his job, so they appear as Hive Trash last pistols. But it is all there. This is a level of understanding and technology that is so far beyond Imperial norm. It is almost magic. Because you don't know how this could happen. But they're doing this. All right, this appears acceptable. I do have to ask about the Drukhari blade. Is this a problem? We have found that they often struggle to assimilate inside the Tauva. They tend to be more self-centered no matter how long negotiations carry on.
Oh, yes. No, we have found that as well. We attempted to discuss things with them and show them the light of the Imperium, and unfortunately, it came to blows. But we have taken this sword as a token of our trials that we have lived through.
Well, normally you'd have to roll, but I can see all of your names have been carved into the weapon, so this checks out.
Sanctified!
Indeed, sir. This is all acceptable. I think everything checks out. I hope that Stevius had told you that he has failed to tell this to previous people he has brought with him. You have a 24-hour pass. At this point, you will need a sponsor on an ongoing basis if you'd like to remain longer than 24 hours, because we need to be sure that you are a part of this process. This can be sped up by receiving an elect 2. Would you like to receive an elect 2 at this point?
No, we would like to see our first 24 hours and be sure that things will fit in well here. We do not want to cause any disturbance.
That is acceptable. I will make note that there are a number of enclave spaces you will not be permitted entrance to without an elect 2, but you will be allowed in most common and Quivesa areas. Please ask the questions that you need. If there's anything else you need at any point, please reach out to me. You can speak to any of the drones that are passing and tell them that you need to speak to Shasui Jimmy.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your assistance in this matter.
We're excited to have you here at the Enclave. We're excited to have you be a part of this movement. I hope you will be joining us, and I hope you will be helping us in this great hunt to pacify this world.
We hope that as well.
Pass on through.
Oh, it's like eating metal. It's like, oh, it's so disturbing to talk to these people.
And you make your way through. You collect all your gear. All of your weapons are permitted to travel with you. You can strap them back on. You are here. You are undercover. Stevius is awaiting you on the other side.
Damien looks like he's gonna puke. So, that's what I'm trying to figure out. The two of you guys are viscerally uncomfortable.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Just by virtue of talking to the Xenos, or by the way that
Just to know that the mission hinges on us, not immediately, opening fire. Do you know, like it's on site, right?
Yeah.
With, he has to negotiate with his devil.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
So it's not even, disgusted by, the notion of, Morgan, showing any kind of, politeness or deference. It's that's already beyond Damon's capability of, he does not know how to speak to these people. Also, all of this kindness for someone of a religious bent reads like a trick. This is the same way Kestrel offers him things. It's like Xenos and demons lie.
Yeah.
That is what they do. If Damien is indeed able to perceive the things that you've described ambiently to us,
yep, you'd be able to see it all.
It's that's too easy as well, right? It's that is temptation made manifest kind of thing. This technology working so well, so flawlessly, the efficiency, all of that, it's saccharine, or cloying, it's too sweet. It's it's too much, and it's from a unholy, horrible source, and so it's just I think he can only hold on to one thought of don't do anything. He cannot elevate his thought process beyond that currently, because everything he's been raised to hate is happening in front of him right now, and he knows the mission is to allow that.
Yeah.
Morgan, you've been having a hell of a time. But Solomon, what are you thinking?
I had to go back and re-reference the Bible to the Ezekiel Bible, because the Bible specifically says that you hate the herons, you hate you. But it doesn't specify the Xenos.
No.
But we have obviously had some terrible run-ins with Xenos, and I know that the way his powers can manifest, he can do extra
Ja, jag
damage.
hörde det, ja.
They're fiendish and all.
Well, yeah, the Drukhari definitely, because you saw them as evil and kind of torturous.
Exactly.
I will say mechanically,
Jag
as we
hörde det,
discussed
vet inte
off
vad
air,
det.
what Xenos is a fiend or not
it's not that grim, dark, grimy, ripped open.
Ja, men du får inte tag i, du har det på mobilen.
Smoother, and that transaction, and despite it being alien to him and weird, is that even if you're you have anxiety and you're offensive,
Men
and then
du
it goes
släkta
well, and
laptopen,
it
kan du
goes
börja
very nice,
släkta
and they say
brukaren
nice things, and they respect you, and they in the same way that Damien and Solomon have been exchanging ideas, the first thing he says is, "Oh, I hope that we can exchange ideas in a peaceful way," and so Solomon's kind of like, "Well, okay." Like, well, that's not so bad.
All the things that are calming Solomon down are
Yes.
making Damien more anxious.
And that I think that he can recognize that. Like I'm sure he would look to
Well,
you
roll
guys.
me an insight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, insight. Let's be insightful. Well, you know.
Can I roll a performance at disadvantage to be keeping my cool, or is this not even? No, because it's his ability to read you. Because I think you're trying to keep your cool. I am. Yeah.
Ja, jag tycker det var lättare att styra...
You can tell Damien's upset, but you can't tell why.
Yeah.
Styra
Well, okay, so I think
mobilen med
he's not
pesten,
gonna
eller...
gush too much about it, but he'll, as we walk through, they went pretty well. They seem level-headed. That seemed straightforward. There was no... Even the Drukari blade, they seemed fine. That's a shock. I've never experienced that in my life.
I'm going to try to approximate Damien's response.
Yeah. Oh. Are you all right?
Morgan's gonna put her arm over Damien's shoulders.
And that's also, don't touch me. Like, everything is electricity right now. I think it went pretty well too, let me tell you. Everybody seemed to be getting along. I can give you a little bit of the lay of the land, and we can make our way to meet Spartacus if you want to get sponsored by him.
Excellent.
Perfect, Stevius. Yes, and Brother Sanctus, I think perhaps talking to some people would be good for you.
I couldn't agree more. Now that I see, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when we came down here, I was scared. I've never been on an alien planet before. This is fascinating. The Xenos. Anyway, I'll save it. Let's.
All right, well, walk with me and I'll show you what I know. And he starts walking you through this area, this village. I gotta figure out what the hell I'm gonna call this place.
You just used Hamlet
I'm gonna
too.
start. Yeah, I'm sticking with Hamlet. It's not a specific size. I know people use that for city and other things. This is a flavor language. But he starts walking you through the Hamlet of Fontus as you begin striding forwards. You can see there are a large number of these smaller domes, and as you take in the city, there is a larger dome at the center of it. It is deceptively large from above. You can't quite make it out, which makes sense with the way the ground and other things are structured. They're clearly ready for an assault in a worst case scenario. But from the ground, you can tell that this appears to be like a town hall center. As you're traveling past different domes, you can see some of them have scan ports in the front that have drones hovering over them, where some Tau and some Guavesa that you see are scanning Electus to be able to get in and out. Others just have a door open where it's clear that you could wander in for whatever purpose there is within. Can you all roll me a perception as you are wandering around? 10.
12.
14.
10, 12, 14. Okay, you are making your way forwards. Solomon, I think you have the best vibe of being able to peek into places as you go, because Stevius is telling you things and you don't have the same horror and fear of being attacked by everything around you. It seems peaceful, and you're able to vibe with that a little bit. So you're able to see that there are kind of restaurant stalls. There are just water break stations where people are going in to refill canteens. There are areas where they've clearly got some different kind of seeds and other products for people who want to grow things. Obviously, some of these domes must have different kind of grow ops within them to grow fruit and vegetables and other things that aren't part of the local flora and fauna. You're making your way forwards, and you're seeing that there are occasional thoroughfares. It seems like they head out like spokes of a wheel. They're not as visible from above, again, because this is not paved in the same sense. It's more chaotic and tougher to read until you are among it. There are main roads where you see occasionally these vehicles kind of blasting forwards. Not the full tanks, but these smaller transports. They're almost like a miniature hammerhead with an extended center that can fit, I think, 2 Tau are standard inside those, moving back and forth quickly to drop Tau from place to place. And you're all moving forwards as you hear a quiet shriek. I'm aware that that is a contradiction, but it is what it is. As it heads over, almost like a miniature jet fighter. And as you look up, you see a battlesuit. Your first Tau battlesuit. Nearly 10 or 12 feet tall, you're not entirely sure, soaring overhead with weapons for arms. What looks like a Gatling cannon built into the right arm, and in the left you're seeing a flamethrower. It is a jetpack that is carrying it overhead. It's fully bipedal. You're seeing the legs, the arms. It's got a head up top with a bunch of sensors built into it, but it's 2 to 3 times the size of a regular Tau, just patrolling the skies overhead.
It's crazy.
As you're walking through, Stevius is just pointing at things, being like, yes, I know him. He's one of the best guys there's ever been. You're going to like him a lot. You guys met Sweet Jimmy? Love Jimmy. Good guy, good guy. So there are certain quarters that have been set aside for the Guavesa. They've been taken over by a couple of different leaders, as I've mentioned before. Last time I was here was Duvor Shadow Basher, Alma Ultima, and a certain Accelerades who has a real problem with me. So we're going to need to figure out how to pay that debt, or I'm going to have to hide, or I'm going to get killed. But we're moving past that, because in the north of the city, that's where the other aliens stay. So the Tau are a little bit of everywhere. In the center, there's the big dome. That's where you can find the ethereals and the other people in charge, and most of the Tau bunk up there when they're not working. But in the north, we're going to go meet our other friends, Spartacus and his clan, and then there's Vespids, but we don't really deal with them.
Vespids, is that a name or another people?
That's another people. They're bug aliens, and they fire radioactive weapons that'll kill you if you carry it for too long. Doesn't hurt the Vespid, but I'll tell you, it crisps a human up real good. So,
There's so much to learn here.
are there any questions you have? As we're wandering, we got about 3 more minutes before we get where we're going.
Should we know anything about these, the Tau, the Guavesa, the Vespids? Do we know cultural things that we should or shouldn't mention? Are there taboo subjects?
Generally speaking, it's violence. Also, don't speak out against the ethereal. He goes by On-O Artemis. On-O is his title. On meaning ethereal, O meaning the big guy. And then there's Artemis. He chose a name that was popular like everybody else. He's in charge. The Tau follow all the ethereals with absolute devotion. The same way you'd follow the Emperor, they follow an ethereal. Don't insult him, or the Shafts are gonna have a real problem with you.
Good to know.
The humans are formed basically into gangs. They chose a leader and they're following them. You know, we kind of are a flawed species, they say from the Tau. The Tauva would really help out some of the people, specifically Accelerades. I'd like her to forgive my debt for the Tauva, or for the Emperor, or for whatever reason means I wouldn't have a debt anymore. They're all competing because there's a big old hunt going on. Inside the trees, there's a species of warg. An extra-large wolf hunts in packs, absolutely ruthless, killing machines. Not a problem when you're coming in here to turn this place into a lumberyard, but it's been a real problem for Fontis. So one of the easiest ways to get welcomed into Tau society is to take your gang, join up with the Firecast, and make your way into the woods hunting wargs. People fight for that honor.
Interesting.
That's why they need mercenaries. More numbers, less wargs.
That makes sense, and why they don't mind people having
To the left, a smaller dome. It's about half the scale of the town hall, but much larger than the other places you can see. It's nearly twice as high, and it is open at the top right now. You can see that it's kind of scalloped down from above, almost like the Sky Dome if you're thinking of terms. Not, but the roof style. A strange rhythmic pattern of energy pulses within it. You hear that sound?
Yes.
Damien is still not really here. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll take the heat.
Yes.
That's pulse rifle fire. If you hear that, it means the Firecast is going to work. If you join one of these human groups and manage to get accepted to go on the big old hunt, they'll take you in there and train you with the good stuff.
They train humans to use their weapons.
Absolutely. If they've got better guns than we have, and we're welcome into their society, Guavesa get all the good stuff. Not the battle suits, though. They don't like us having those. Saw a guy try to climb into one once. Crisped. Prongs went in and out of his head, burned him to ashes.
Damn.
From the suit itself.
Yes. If it opens up and you think you could climb in and go for a ride, I'm gonna say, based on my friend Eileen Crow's experience, it's a short ride, and it's not that fun.
Come on, Eileen. Here we go. Yeah, cross that one out. She's not coming back.
All ash. Took her out of there with a vacuum. We got time for one more question each.
He's so helpful.
So wonderful to us.
So-
He's been lovely.
The amount of exposition he has is stupendous. I love it.
You're all looking at me, so I guess Damien.
Oh,
will
of
ask
course,
questions.
we're just looking
Damien
around,
just
we're
like
looking
shakily.
around.
We're yeah.
Do
we're,
you have you when you whenever you have you had you know and have when the how about whenever they do you know?
Damien.
I should have waited until we got here to play Regicide with it for that
Yeah.
song.
Come here, Damien. Look, focus.
Okay, he's like looking.
Maybe
Right,
you should
brother.
maybe you
He's
should
looking.
lead him in prayer, Father.
That's what I was just. Yes, Fortis. Look at me.
Damien Fortis. Good to know your full name.
Yes. Yes. One day. One of these.
You don't have to write that down. You don't stop writing. Stop writing.
One of these days, I will
Beautiful boy.
get it. I will understand why.
Guess what? Damien's too distraught to be mad at you.
Yeah, and he's sorry,
putty in your
Fortis.
hands.
And he'll I think just lock eyes with you for that thing. Big. Look. It's challenging. Come here. He'll grab your hands. He say, just focus on the task. This is just like Regicide. You can't play with your heart. You have to play with your mind. You can't let fear overwhelm you in these situations, especially when we bring his good word. And remember, much like the two of us, he will protect you. Side note, I could not remember.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
I knew that's what was going on.
We
No,
all
it
could
was,
tell.
it was
I
perfect.
could not. That was Josh.
That's two of us.
Eunice?
Yes, you got it.
Eurus?
Eunice.
Eunice. That's a normal woman's name. I can remember. I can remember. That makes sense. Fortis is a stretch. Eunice is just a person's name. So please, if you are ever finding yourself confused or scared or anything like that, reach out. We can help you.
All right.
I've got to say, this is a lot more chill than I expected from the usual Ministorum group.
We're not the usual Ministorum group.
It's become very apparent to me.
I have a spell that can take the frightened condition off of somebody.
Okay.
But I didn't know if
Well,
Damien
do you want to
would.
use it?
Well, that's what I was trying to figure out. He's not
What
like
I would say
Pan.
is mechanically he does not have the frightened condition,
Yeah.
but roleplay wise he very clearly has the
Yes.
frightened
Yes.
condition. So if you wanted to cast that spell to help him with that, that would effectively do so.
Sure, but that's gonna eat up one of those spell slots.
You're the one who started this
I
conversation.
know.
But what if you could just do it for free?
Yeah, what if it was like a flavor
What if you could
spell?
just
That'd be so
do it
crazy.
whenever
right?
he wants? for
Unfortunately,
free?
you introduced a spell,
Yeah.
so
No,
are you
no.
going to do the spell or not do the spell?
Yeah, you know what? You know what? Yes, I feel like that's a good time. He hasn't been able to do this before, and I've been looking at this one for a little bit, and now's a good time. I think this is the first time he's ever seen Damien like actually scared. Like he's seen Damien like a cornered animal sometimes, and when Damien gets scared before, he lashes out.
Yeah, he seemed to be threatened, but not really
Yes,
afraid.
threatened, and Damien can prepare for threats. And I think Solomon knows too that with the warp, the way that Damien's powers manifest is that if he becomes emotionally untethered, then so do those powers. So I think he needs to use one of his 3 fucking daily spell slots to try and he's going to imbue you with something that is called Ultramar's Courage. And when Solomon holds your hands and tries to steady you, I think this is another one of those spells that just kind of innately flows out of him. He's not making this happen. But a creature that I touch is imbued with bravery, and until this spell ends, so it only lasts for a minute, but this is the boost you need, you're immune to the frightened condition, and you gain temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each turn. So over a minute, you could amass some...
It'd reset.
it'll
but
reset.
And it reset every time, but I will allow the temporary hit points to remain from this touch on an ongoing basis,
Oh.
so it won't recharge
Well,
every minute because you're
thank you.
walking around. But what is your spellcasting ability modifier?
It's just a 2.
So +2. Okay,
Yeah.
so you've got +2 temporary hit points now, and you have been calmed. You find yourself just feeling more centered. It doesn't change any of your distaste. It doesn't change any of your rage. The fear is still present. You just have full control of it.
Takes the edge off.
Yes.
The fear is present, but I am now apart from it.
I've never seen glowing hands before, and he seems to be breathing pretty calmly. I'm impressed, Brother Sanctus.
I am only a conduit for the good word.
Impressive.
He'll tap covert. Thank you.
He just-
You still got his hands, and just you
Yeah.
feel him tapping. I'm glad you're feeling better. Now come. Things are only going to get weirder. He's immune now.
That's right.
He's technically
Yeah, for a
immune.
minute.
Yeah.
For a minute.
He
No
grabs
new
you by the
surprises.
temple and goes, "This is going to get so weird, baby. I need you to. Here's a bunch of weird things. Here's 60 seconds worth of nightmare fuel."
Was there a question you wanted to ask when you were busy stammering away?
This world is so
Majestic, I know. It's peaceful, it's beautiful, it doesn't smell like oil and piss.
I was going to say
Well, guys, I will
different,
stop the
but
stream here since
we're
I'm
still
gonna
true.
stop
We're
the car
saying the
for
same
some
thing.
diesel.
and